Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Gemini, I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to take a moment to show you the crystals that I'm using for your reading today. This is a green, very highly polished fluorite crystal and a beautiful quartz crystal egg, which I told Libra. This stuck out to me. This is clear across my room. For some reason, it just seemed right for the air signs, that all the air signs are kind of hatching plans or, generating ideas. Maybe they're having children. Take it as it resonates, but it's a beautiful energy. I'm going to be doing your reading today with the Threads of Fate Oracle Shadow Edition for the overall energy and the Tarot of the Abyss for your main spread. One card, please, for Gemini. One card, please, for Gemini. Cards have been pre-shuffled. It's too many. 5 cards came out. Can't take 5. I asked for 1, and Spirit always gives me more than 1. Oh, 2 cards. Wow. What a combination. Oh, Gemini. Okay, let's hold it together. You're the only sign that got this. I'm almost done with this series of readings. Sacred sexuality. And then the other card you got is release. Pretty potent, I would say. Very sacral chakra, if I if I do say so myself. Sacred sexuality can talk about the creative center, the place of passion, not just the physical aspects of sexuality, although you could be concerned with that at this time, of expressing yourself in a way to the world that allows others to see your potency as a sexual being, a sacred being, right? I mean, to engage with someone we love in that way is the most sacred thing of all, And I feel, though, this seems like it's got a little craggliness here in this sphere. It makes me think that it's the moon, or I'm going to interpret it as the moon. Thank you, Spirit. It's the moon. So, which represents to me Pisces energy. You could have Pisces in prominent placements in your chart. But Pisces energy is all about mystery and secrets. So maybe this is something that this is a part of you that you have been keeping under wraps for a long time. This beautiful, very powerful part of who you are. Perhaps you haven't been able to really share it with anyone who would understand. So take that as it resonates. And with the release card, this is this idea that we're finally breaking free of something, some kind of confines that were, oh, look at that. Oh, I never noticed that before. These cards are kind of somewhat holographic. If you look at this card from a distance, you can see the landscape in the background. There's a moon back there, and I never noticed that before in this card. So, double moon. This is like mysterious energies. It's Maybe you're tying in your sacral chakra and the energies of your sexuality with the mysterious, right? That maybe you really identify. I mean, Geminis have that amazing duality that maybe at this time of your life you're exploring those shadow aspects, allowing them to kind of leap and come to the surface. You could also be releasing, you could be doing a lot of kind of spiritual work and releasing some trauma and some, you know, the theme of this series of readings, at least since I started with the fire signs, has been rewriting the narrative of your life. Did you know that you could? Did you know that you're capable of actually rewriting the narrative of who you are? Doesn't seem like it, but you absolutely are capable. What does that mean? It means that if you've been known your whole life as being one kind of person, there's nothing that says you have to remain that person. Right? It's a process of reinvention. So I feel like there's, I mean, at the very least, I feel like as though there is something here on the inside that needs to come to the outside, if you catch my drift. So I knew it was going to be interesting with you, Gemini, because it always is. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future. Yeah. One extra card came out at the end. I will show you what it is. Temperance. I don't know that Temperance has shown up for anyone yet. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius in the Major Arcana, number 14. And it talks about a beautiful kind of alchemization. It's a state, or rather, it's a process where we shift something from one state of being into another state of being. And you could be really working on that within yourself right now. Requires a lot of patience, consistency, like consistent focus in this process of transformation. So let's say you're rewriting the narrative of who you are, and your whole life you've been known as kind of a prude, or all buttoned up, or like really strict, and there's a part of you now that's just like, why was I like that? I just need to learn to let go. And you start doing something like skydiving, right? I'm reminded of that because I see my skydiving certificate is on the wall right behind here. And when I went skydiving, I didn't really tell anybody. I mean, I told a couple people, but just because I wanted somebody to know where I was. But it shocked a lot of people because the buttoned up prude energy, that was me. So that's why I use that as an example, because Spirit gives me examples from my own Rolodex, my own vocabulary, right? So when I did something like that, well, I was 39 and I was going through a midlife crisis, clearly, because why was I jumping out of a plane at 10,000 feet? I don't know. But I did it, and it really shifted things for me, right? And it surprised a lot of people. It changed just, ever so slightly. If we're moving the dial, it just changed ever so slightly how people looked at me. Very, very surprised that even now when I tell people that, I mean, it's been many years, but they're like, you jumped out of a plane? Yeah, I did. I don't think I'll ever do it again. But it's like that. There's a process that you're going through right now. And it's like, I see you taking incremental steps to change the landscape a little bit. Change the landscape of how your life looks. Past energy, Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse suggests to me that, you know, there could have been a disconnection between you and a divine partnership, or between you and your higher self. The aspects of the divine feminine and masculine, right? It doesn't talk about gender. We're just talking about energies in the tarot. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us. It's this idea of being disconnected from the self. Short and sweet. The past energy, Gem. It's already weird, isn't it, sometimes for you? Or maybe it's completely fine because it's your life, but I always say for Geminis, it's always a this and that are true scenario. This and that are true. We can exist in both very comfortably, or at least Geminis can. Perhaps this did not feel so comfortable. This does not feel like a comfortable energy. And it's clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, which further confirms to me independent, singular energy. That's what the Nine of Pentacles represents. Somebody who is abundant, somebody who has been consistent, who has worked very hard for what they have, but they're kind of going it alone at this time. And there could be some sadness here. Two of Cups is sacred. Right? Two of Cups is loving. So there could be disconnect that you're having from a certain person or from yourself. Can I get a clarifier for why the Two of Cups is in reverse? Magician. Well, you manifested it. This was by design. It's kind of a... Did you manifest it on purpose or subconsciously? I know a lot of people, and like actually most people in my life at the moment, that they don't realize how powerful words are. Their words. They say things haphazardly, without a lot of forethought, thoughtfulness. And they actually manifest things into their life based off of things that they've said out loud. Even if it was in a glib way, a dismissive way. And it's come to my attention that it's like I'm proven right every time it happens. You know, if somebody says, oh, you know, it's going to rain this afternoon, I'll look at the, you know, we'll look at what the meteorologists say, because they're, you know, science-y. Oh, it only says, you know, 20% chance. Oh, no, it's going to rain. I'm just looking at them. It's like, it's not something I'm going to worry about. Then I leave work, the time when it says it's going to rain, nothing. Right? That's a very small example, but it's one person's thought against another person's thought. We create our reality with our thoughts. A certain person in my life does this. I think to, in a weird way, incite fear. Their own fear. Make sure you take an umbrella. Right? It's not to say that I won't take that umbrella. It's good to be prepared. But I'm going to trust what I feel. And I feel as though it's not going to rain today. And then it doesn't. And if it does rain, she's like, okay. It's nature. Right? So in this scenario, though, the magician turned in the upright. Something happened that you specifically manifested, whether intentional or not. Maybe you were trapped in a cycle of repeat. Something came to a close, or something has been at an impasse, something very meaningful. And it's important that you recognize your power and your responsibility in it. And that's not an easy message to get, but it's the narrative. It's, if you made this happen, then you can make something else happen too. Right, now Spirit is saying, remember to tell them whatever's meant for them will not pass them by. True. But I think you need to really remember how powerful you are, because it works both ways. I talked about this idea in my Year of the Dragon series of readings. The Year of the Dragon, lots of abundance coming in for everyone, but the caveat being that abundance works both ways. And self-indulgence can be sprinkled in there in a major way. So we can get an abundance of wealth and we can get an abundance of debt in equal measure if we're not careful. What is our intention and what is our action? Right? This is where the Temperance card comes in. What is our intention and what is our action? Thank you, Spirit. In the present energy, Six of Cups, Libra got this very prominently at the end of their reading. And Six of Cups talks to me about looking back at the past and learning from it, understanding where we've come from, how it's created the person that we are today. Again, we're thinking about the narrative, what in our past defines who we are. It's a good look at it, though, because the card is in the upright. It's, understanding that how far we've come. Spirit's showing me a conversation that I had with somebody. They were feeling a little bit of insecurity related to their body. And it's actually based on I said something to her, this person, that was based on something that I watched. A very full-figured woman went on Instagram or something. Was it Instagram or was it a TED Talk? Was it a TED Talk on Instagram? I don't know. But she basically said, whenever I get down about my appearance, my body, I thank my body for carrying me all this way throughout my life, all this time. My body has carried me. No matter what it looked like, what state it was in, I'm still standing. And I wanted to say that to you. It feels important. You're, throughout everything you've been through, you're still standing. Although in this card you may be sitting. Four of Cups. Gotta be careful, Gem. Four of Cups talks about apathy, missed opportunity, ignoring an opportunity. A little bit of, arms crossed. What happens when we cross our arms, right? We're shielding ourselves from others. We're covering our heart chakra. We're protecting ourselves. You could be in that place right now, in the present energy. I'm going to ask Spirit for a clarifier on the Four of Cups. Gem, you showed up in your own reading. The Lovers. Number 6 in the Major Arcana. Very significant. Always significant. when a sign shows up in their own reading. Right? It means I'm talking to a Gemini through and through and through. You see this? Very similar, right? Think about this Lover's card. It's so unique from other tarot decks. It's not lush in any way. It doesn't look romantic, right? But it's exactly what I was just talking about. Weathering the elements, weathering the storms. I'm still standing. Look at all my roots. Look at where I've come from. Look at how I've grown. Right? So it's kind of like you're reflecting on it right now. I was picking up on it, and you're reflecting on this right now. Kind of where have I come from? Where am I going? Look at all this tree imagery. There is, you know, tree imagery isn't in all of these cards. I just want to let you know. Especially not in the suit of water. So much tree imagery. You could be communing with trees. I will be honest with you. I talk to trees every day. Every single day I talk to trees, and I tell them what I want. And I tell them that I'm wishing them well, that they grow strong and tall. And I thank them for the oxygen that they give me, and the beauty that they give me, and the connection that they give me to the rest of the planet. Yes, I do. Doesn't hurt anybody, and it's free. And the trees reward me with so much beauty. And when you touch trees, right, they say that when you touch the bark of a tree, you're exchanging, you know, like healthy bacteria, healthy chemical interactions to fortify you, to make you stronger. You're assessing all of this in the present moment and trying to come back to yourself, which is, thank goodness for that. So keep up the good work on that one. Future energy, Page of Wands. Taking a small but significant step forward. Pages always are like little students. It's young energy. It's starting out fresh energy. Clarified by the Seven of Wands in reverse. Sometimes this card can be a defensiveness card, right? But when the card is in reverse, right? Well, let's talk about in the upright. When the card is in the upright, it represents somebody who has amassed a lot of influence or things or experiences or whatever. And then it's like, once you have a lot of things, then people try to come after your things. And so you kind of have to beat them off, right? Defend yourself. So it can be representative as a card of strength, but also defensiveness at the same time. And when the card is in reverse, for me as a reader, it represents that you're unfurling your arms. You're opening up. It's difficult, but you're opening up. You're going to start that new that small spark. I'm doing this like, make the spark with the two sticks. Rubbing the sticks together makes a small spark. Or flint. I don't know why it was important for me to say that. Maybe Flint is your last name. Maybe you live in a place called Flint. Maybe somebody else in your life's name is Flint. I'm going to get a clarifier on the Page of Wands. What's this new beginning about? What is Gemini? Thank you. What is Gemini exploring? Seven of Cups in reverse. I'm not quite sure what you're exploring, but you don't have any confusion about it anymore, that's for sure. So it could be different for everyone. Seven of Cups is spoiled for choice. You can see here the head in the clouds. So many choices that confusion can set in, and then no one's making any choices because there's so many. It's just like a person gets overwhelmed. But you got this card in the reverse, which shows me that in the future potential, there's no more confusion. There's no more confusion. Right? Stepping into your own. Releasing what needs to be released. reinventing yourself. I see all of this. It's really beautiful. So that's your reading, Gemini. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gemini.